This video is titled To the Remaining Human. If you are a human being watching this, then I want to talk to you about all the fake, mimicking, artificial things that exist and is multiplying, mostly online, but you see it everywhere as well. You see it in corporates, you see it in advertisements, and almost wherever you go, it's an ad. Wherever you go, someone, mostly something, a corporate, is trying to sell you something. Now, I've seen so many ads that reflect themselves, or rather represent themselves, as genuine POV person talking to the camera. And at first, it used to get me, like trick me, let's say. And it reflects in the way that it says, you cannot believe the first time I tried this. Oh my God, guys, this is the new thing that I've been looking for, etc. But it's always someone that I have no idea who that person is. So they have no credentials to me. You're not someone I know. You're not someone I trust. You are not a person in my life that I've developed emotions towards. Yet, because we've been, I don't know, desensitized, we see these things and we just assume that, yeah, this person probably has a lot of followers and I'm the outside person, so they probably have credentials because they have 50,000 likes and 10,000 comments and 200,000 followers, so this person must be someone real. And have we been conditioned? Has this thing been happening for a while to condition us to be this way with our devices, with the way we are so addicted to these phones that we have? Funny enough, speaking of phones, you know the thing that I've done with my phone? This is it, right? It does not unlock when I touch it. It does not unlock when I raise it up. It only unlocks when I tap on the power button and it's in black and white. And I have, let me unlock it because it does use Face ID. I have no notifications. So what's the difference between somebody who just went off the grid and started using a flip phone and me still using a smartphone? Well, a dumb phone at this point. I realized, I wish I could do that. I wish I could just go back to a flip phone. I realized that I need the things that a smartphone provide. I need to still stay in touch with a lot of people in my life, whether personally, socially, and professionally. So I cannot just go off the grid. That will ruin a lot of aspects of my life. Also, a lot of utilities have become essential and, for the most part, accessible through the phone. Mainly my bank account. I have to use an app to access that. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to pay. And that's a whole other topic. Plus, this phone is, well, I want to say doubles as a wallet, but it quadruples, hexable, whatever. It is it's a multi-tool at this point. So it is a wallet, so I don't carry an actual wallet, I use the phone. And there are governmental things that I can only do through the phone. Let's say I want to renew my passport. I want to access my driving license to renew it through the app provided that allows you to do that. If I were to go back on a flip phone and I physically go to renew government paperwork, I wouldn't be able to. They'd tell me just go use the app. We already have an app for that. So dumping down a smartphone is at least, it's the ideal middle ground for me. And this is another thing. You, human being listening to me, I'm assuming you're not AI, you're not a bot, because I don't know what the future holds. Nobody does. Maybe it's 3 years from the time of this recording and you are from the future that I speak of. And you are part machine at this point. Anyway, to you. Tailoring what works for you is part of being human, because it takes agency to think for yourself and decide, you know what, this is a tool. I want it to work for me. I want to use it and not be driven by it and letting it use me. I might have to cut this part, but I'm unable to do any editing at this point in time. And you deserve high quality, but also because I am talking to a person, I want this talk to be as if we are sitting next to each other, albeit I'm the one doing all the talking and you can talk to me in the comments, I guess. So here's the thing, and this is something related, it's not the main topic that I'm talking about. The more you use a tool to think for you or to have agency for you, the more you deteriorate in that faculty. And I'm mainly talking about AI usage. I'll give you a personal example. There have been times when I used an AI to calculate for me. For example, I'm like, if I were to buy things at this number of quantity, I mean, at this price, but then I decide to buy them at a different price, could you calculate the difference between this and that? And I'd create basically a table that compares the prices and all of those things. Now, the problem that I've noticed is it made me not want to calculate myself. My faculty in mathematics has been deteriorating. It has been becoming worse. So that I actively did this. I opened the calculator app. I felt like I'm unable to think. I'm unable to calculate. You might think, why calculate? We already have ChatGPT that can do that for us. Well, let's not just see it as the calculating only. You can gauge it on everything else in your life. It's thinking for you. I know people use it to reply to messages. I assure you, I hope you're not doing this, but I assure you there are people who feed artificial intelligence things like, here are the text messages between me and this person. Could you give me a response that is warm, but also mysterious so that they don't feel like I'm too into them. And then the AI would tell this person, hey, here's the perfect message that you can send to this person you're talking to. And it would be basically a text message that seems like it was written by this person, but it's actually by an LLM, a large language model, which is sad because if you continue to do something like that, what ends up happening, you think you're optimizing your capacity to send messages in this example, but what's happening is you're becoming unable to think for yourself and to write for yourself. I'll give you another example related to language. And I see it so many times. I see it everywhere. It's alarming to me, but nobody cares. No one cares. I see so many people unable to write properly. You are, your, they write it as your. And other examples, they are there and there, as in they are there, the property, and they there, over there. People don't know how to differentiate between these things. And it's sad that a lot of people don't think it's important to be able to read properly and write properly. That's the deterioration of your capacity to think. So, what's happening to the internet? I don't know. Does it reflect on real people, real life? I think it does. And it's alarming, it's damaging, and it requires personal action. You have to save yourself from this deterioration. Otherwise, if you continue to mindlessly be a slave to a device that fits in your pocket, God knows how you are wasting away your life, your potentials, your mind, your health. Okay, I'll leave you with this, all right? And I'm a victim of this. I do this, you do this, everyone does this, but I try not to. It became normal in this day and age, for people to be this slouched. I'm not sure if you see the camera, if you see me. This way, holding a phone. I don't have this is my phone actually, hold on. This, look at me. This has become normal. You see my neck. This is not okay. This is not good. And the damages are multifactorial. It's on multiple aspects. It's a damage to your mental capacity and your mental faculties. It damages your agency. It damages your capacity to think, and it hurts you physically. Not to mention, and this is a whole other world, psychologically. We are not capable of sitting down without our devices, without technology. And kudos to those of us who are, disciplined and can stay away from their phones and not be, well, who's not perpetually online right now, but they can be away from them. I mean, you don't even think about it. You are a cyborg at this point. My watch is it's a computer. It's connected to so many aspects of my life. But again, I've done the same thing with my watch. It serves me. That's why I keep it. But let me show you. It's also It's not colored. So I've minimized the faculty of my watch to serve exactly what I want it to do. It's a device, it's a tool. And that's how I think you should be using your devices, especially your smartphone. It's a tool. Use it. Don't let it use you. And there are ways that you can learn to do that. But first, you have to decide, and you have to take agency, and you have to do it yourself. You have to actively pursue bettering yourself, reclaiming your humanity.